Hello listeners. Welcome to our YouTube channel Vishwakul. Here we share the latest insights with you what's going around. In our today's episode we will talk about great entrepreneur Sir Nitin Kamath, the passionate teenage stock trader. On the 5th of October, 1979, the Shimoga district in Karnataka was blessed with a boy. This boy was later destined to be known as the man behind many firsts in the Indian stock market. The boy was Nitin Kamath, who was born into a Konkani family. His father, U.R. Kamath, was an executive with the Canara Bank and his mother, Revati, an expert veena teacher. As a child, he traveled across India following his father's profession before finally settling in Bangalore in 1996, where he finished his secondary and college education. Nitin has been into sports since his childhood and loves to enjoy almost all the sports. He is an eager poker and basketball lover. He believes that sports give the right kind of attitude and teach how to leverage one's strengths. For me, sports acts like an absolute recharger of sorts. I play a game and then I'm back up, Nitin says. Beginning as a trader, at the age of 17, Nitin started to try his hand in the stock market. He had lots of Marwari friends and they were very active in investing and trading in the stock market. One specialty of the Marwari community is that they get into the business quite early in life. All his friends were earning money from the stock market. His Marwari friends introduced Nitin to the stock market. He learned how to trade from them. As he was below 18, Nitin started trading in his mother's account with minimal amounts. It was in the late 90s and everything was mostly offline. So Nitin had to go to any of his friends' offices, sit there, look at the computer and ask that person to buy for him. His intention was only to generate a little quick money. Soon he became very passionate about trading. Nitin started to spend more time and reinvested the money he earned into the trading itself. He joined for engineering in the Bangalore Institute of Technology. Nitin recalled himself as an average student and was more interested in making quick money through stock trading. Thus he pursued his passion and continued stock trading. Meanwhile, he learned some essential lessons also. During his college days, he did trade with borrowed money and lost all of it. So, he had to make money again and repay the debt before making some money for himself. This gave him the essential lessons on how to manage money and risk. Pursuing stock market trading was a hard choice for Nitin as most of his cousins pursued engineering careers. Someone going for a non-engineering job was not much entertained in his family. I come from a family where if you don't go to IIT or a regional engineering college, you're considered to have done nothing with your life. So I was the guy about whom all the cousins in the family were told not to hang out with. No one from their family had ever tried their fortune in the stock market. Also, his trading passion was affecting his attention in his studies. His classmate rarely saw him in college. And very few people knew that he is an active trader in the stock market. Nitin recalls in an interview that his head of department called his parents during the 4th semester of the course and told them that, your son has got a psychological problem. His parents never discouraged him from doing stock trading. They had complete confidence in him. Their support played a crucial role in his life. With their moral support, he continued to pursue his passion and made a reasonable sum of money through stock trading while in college. The year 2001 was a turning point for him in many aspects. He completed his engineering. The market was buzzing after the Y2K. ICICI Bank and Indiabulls had just launched their online trading interface. Also, derivatives trading was introduced in Indian markets. With all these coming together, Nitin shifted to trade online and started to trade in derivatives. He invested all the money he had made from trading while in college into derivatives. Derivatives are essentially a product where one can make unlimited profit and unlimited losses. It is like a two-edged sword. To generate money from derivatives, one must be an expert trader and know all the fundamental trading principles. Otherwise, it can make all the capital vanish within few trading sessions. Being a beginner, Nitin was not aware of these risks. Then came the market crash of 2001-2002. Nitin made huge losses during that crash. He lost all the money he had made from college days. Nitin remembers those days as the 4 lakh rupees I had saved over 4 years was wiped out in a couple of months. That was a big amount in those days. Nitin lost all his savings and had zero money with him. So, he took the tough decision of going for a job. Call center job. Call centers were becoming a popular job trend in Bengaluru at that time. So Nitin joined a call center job to trade in the morning and work at night. Nitin recalls those days saying, I think for those 3.5 years I must have slept only on weekends. His monthly salary was 12,000 rupees. The call center job helped Nitin to learn lots of life skills. His duty was to sell on the phone to customers in America. It was quite a hustle for him. He mastered the skill of marketing on the phone. Also, his English typing speed increased very well. After saving some money for 6 months, he put all his savings into trading. His bets went wrong again, and all the money was gone within 3 or 4 days. This again gave him more lessons on risk and money management. It took around 2.5 years for Nitin to recover all the capital he had lost. But along the way, he learned the most important lessons of money and risk management. Thanks to those lessons, after 2003-2004, he hasn't ever gone to below zero. Few times he had gone close to zero, but due to proper risk management, he never went below zero again. In a short span, stock trading helped Nitin acquire lots of risk management skills, money management, and accidentally selling abilities from the call center days. He realized that the overnight successes and get rich quick at sea happens only in movies and in real life. One has to grind hard to win. When you make bets in the market with your money, you must realize that you can potentially lose everything you bet. It doesn't matter you won 4 or 5 bets. One wrong bet can take it all away from you. So, the most crucial thing towards success in life and especially in business is to manage the risk appropriately. He got the essential principle of his life. He will take a bet only if he is awkward with losing it all. He will never take a bet if he is worried about losing it. Little did he knew that all these skills would be beneficial in his future endeavors in Zerodha. The journey from trader to sub-broker. Nitin learned all his lessons the hard way, and every setback was a learning opportunity for him. Dreams started to unfold when in 2005 he happened to meet a guy in his gym. It was like some sort of miracle did occur to him. Describing the encounter in his own words, I used to work out with a US returned guy in the gym. We met for a drink one evening, where I told him what I was doing and showed him my performance for the last 3 years. He was so impressed that he gave me a check of 25 rupees lakh to trade on his behalf. And all this over our first drink. This led Nitin to create his new identity and new work. He now quitted the call center job and started to work from home under the name Kamath Associates. He was doing a sort of a portfolio management service for him. Not in its literal meaning but its practical aspect. He had access to his trade account. He logged into it and placed orders for him. Soon with his hard work and seeing the results he was generating, his client base grew to 10. Logging into 10 different accounts was difficult for him, and it was excruciating to place orders for 10 different accounts. He searched for solutions and finally decided that he can solve this issue by becoming a sub-broker. Sub-broker is essentially like a franchise of a stockbroker. Once you are a sub-broker for a prominent broker, you get a dealer terminal with multiple accounts mapped to one platform. Nitin became a sub-broker under Reliance Money in 2006. It turned out to be a significant step forward as his turnover became bigger than all the other franchises put together. He earned considerable money through sub-broking, and he was active in trading as well. Also, his younger brother, Nitin Kamath, joined him in trading. Sudeep Bandyopadhyay, the former CEO of Reliance Money, recalls Nitin as a young, bright guy. He further adds, he had a lot of energy and ideas. This was also the time when he decided to tie a knot with his love Seema Patil. Nitin met her during his call center days as both were working there together. Seema had always been immensely confident about his abilities to make it through the difficult times. Seema says she was not very worried about how his business would do. I knew that if it did not work out, he would come up with something else. But Seema's parents were initially reluctant to give her daughter's hand to Nitin as they feared the share market's risky business. For them, share markets were very risky, and they thought that when the markets fell, Nitin would lose everything. Her father became so anxious that he even went to the Reliance Money office and tried to determine what they were doing. 2008 was a breakthrough year for Nitin as he made lots of money from the falling market. The majority of people think the only way to make money in the stock market is to buy a stock, wait for the price to go up and sell it and make some money. But the reality is that it is just 1% of the total turnover in the stock exchanges. Only 1%. The rest of the market is around futures and options and intraday trading. So, in the stock market, you can make money when the market falls as well. All you have to do is get your direction right. He recalls that year as the bonus year of his life because it was the first time that he saw that much money. At this time, Nitin felt like he wants to take a much needed break from trading. The day trading is essentially like playing 80-20 every day. There is a shelf life to it, and you cannot keep doing it forever. So, I thought I'd take a break, Nitin recalls in one of his speeches addressing students. Fortunately, by this time, Nikhil had become much faster and better in trading. So Nitin thought like why two people shall do the same thing. He decided to let Nikhil do the trading. Nitin took a break from trading and decided to give a shot to build his long pending idea, build the broking business that they had wished for as traders. Nitin had traded with almost 12 different leading brokerage firms by then, but he felt a gap in his aspiration levels and the existing brokers' services all the time. Working as a sub-broker for 3 years, he had interacted with clients at length and learned to see things from their perspective. He saw that people at the top don't understand how it works at the bottom. For instance, big firms often focus more on investors in the trading world when it is the traders who generate volumes at the bottom. Broking was one of the oldest industries in the country. The Bombay Stock Exchange was started its operations in 1850. Hence there were lots of legacy issues in the industry. The way the industry was running is very outdated, old-fashioned way. While all other sectors were moving online, the brokerage industry was still working in a very traditional setup. Every broker had an online trading platform, but the way they operate was very offline. Nitin spotted an opportunity there, and it was a game changer. He wanted to create a brokerage firm that he had wished to get as a trader. A transparent, cheaper, and best broker. For an active trader like him, all he needed was to know his cost and a decent platform to trade. Nitin knew that a trader doesn't want anything else. And he also knew that no broker was providing that at the moment. So, he decided to build it himself. He wanted to solve the problem he had faced as a trader and provide a better solution to a trader like him. He realized that the market needed a different kind of broker, one that he always felt the need of during his trading years. We thought there is a space to be a different kind of a broker, which is online and more people first than business first, he says. This was around 2008-2009 when the global stock market was still recovering from the global financial crisis. When everyone was fleeing away from the stock market on the fear of the 2008 crash, Nitin was going to build a new online brokerage firm using his savings. The risk management lessons he had learned from trading helped him to take a well-articulated decision this time. As sub-brokers, they were paying a considerable amount of brokerage to Reliance Securities. Nitin thought that even if his plan didn't work out and he couldn't build a retail broking business, he could move all his current clients to his brokerage from the sub-broker. He calculated that it would be enough to cover the costs of running a brokerage business. And in the worst case, if they cannot get enough customers in 1 or 2 years, they can get back to trading and generate income again. Having these plan Bs to mitigate the risks gave much confidence and clarity of thought to Nitin. He knew that without taking any bets, one could not win big in life. Also, he has learned how to take bets with very well calculated risks and how to minimize them. Most people miss this point when they start up. In terms of efforts, one should give the complete commitment to their ventures. But in terms of money and resources, one shall never bet more than what one can afford to lose. As a safety net, there should always be a backup plan to fall back into when things go wrong. The absence of plan B will create lots of unnecessary stress and will lead to wrong decisions. This is the main reason behind the failure of most of the startups. When challenges come, founders will be stressed out. When one is stressed, their mind will not work correctly. This will lead to wrong decisions and it will create more problems. To minimize the associated risks, Nitin approached many venture capital firms to get funding for Zerodha. In 2009 and 2010, he approached many venture capitals, but all of them rejected the idea. When the whole financial industry was still in the 2008 global recession shock, no venture capitalists were ready to support a new brokerage startup. Especially, 2008 to 2010 was one of the worst periods for the brokerage industry. Many businesses were exiting from the broking industry at that time. And here Nitin was, starting from zero, that too wholly online, which no one had dared to try before. He didn't have the pedigree or educational background in the financial industry, nor did he come from a business family. There were no favorable factors for him, except for the desire to build a brokerage firm he wished he had as a trader. He wanted to solve the problem he had faced himself. He was extremely passionate about solving that issue. He also had built the core competencies around that for the last 10 years as a trader. So, he decided to create Zerodha without the backup of venture capital funds. Nitin knew how to take bets which he can afford to lose. He rented small office space in Bengaluru and started the journey to build a new broker firm. At that time, people called him crazy, but he knew what he wanted to do. Thus Nitin started the journey of Zerodha. Launching Zerodha, Nitin was very clear about what he wanted to do: create a brokerage that provides the best trading experience for traders without any barriers. He wanted the firm's name to represent the objective rather than claim money or wealth. So, the name Zerodha was created by joining the English word zero and the Sanskrit word rodha, meaning barrier. Together, zero barriers, suggesting the objective on which the business was started. NSE National Stock Exchange was giving free technology to brokers for creating their online platform. It was called Now Neat on Web Trading platform. Nitin decided to make the best out of that opportunity. All their technology headaches were solved by this platform. They were able to focus only on the operational side of the business. He approached NSE and presented his plan to create a complete online brokerage that will offer a fixed and transparent fee structure to traders. The officials at the National Stock Exchange (NSE) became impressed by the plan and the exchange membership fee they waived off. Now Nitin only needed to pay the 1.5 crores refundable deposit to NSE for availing the Now platform and broker membership. He had around 1.7 crore rupees he saved from his trading, most of them during the crash of 2008-2009. As the membership fee was waived off by exchange, he paid the 1.5 crore rupees refundable deposit. From the remaining 20 lakh rupee, around 10 to 11 lakhs was spent setting up the office interiors and buying a couple of new computers. Only 9-10 lakh rupee were left for running the business. And thus, Zerodha was launched on the Independence Day of that year on the 15th of August 2010. Nitin recalls the initial days as, when it all started, we were a team of 7. Nikhil, my younger brother and a brilliant trader to take care of trading and risk management, Benu the hardest working human being I know for compliance or operations, Hanan the most sociable among us for customer support, Samir for dealings, Parvez for sales, Sundar for office administration and I Nitin. Nitin focused on building Zerodha, and Nikhil took care of trading with the remaining capital to generate funds for keeping Zerodha alive. Here we had shared some interesting facts about the Zerodha startup. Stay connected with our channel. We will bring more such startups and their journey and entrepreneurship lessons. Thanks for watching our video. Do share it with your friends for more such interesting content. Subscribe our channel Vishwakul and do hit a like icon on the video. Thank you.